That Show, starring Joan Rivers. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Joan.
Hooray! No more. Keep it going. No more. Today we're going to be discussing something I've always wanted to know about. We're discussing health and milk farms where you can go to look great. And you don't care, do you? Because you're great already. But every other woman in America cares. And we have with us Irene Finn, who runs a health farm. And we have with us Vivian Vance, who's been to one. So it should be a provocative, interesting show. Have you ever been to a health farm?
No.
No, I haven't either. That's why. I never knew. I knew they called them milk farms. I always thought, like, why, you know? Beer farms you've been to. All right. Later. But that's, no, beer farms, no. But milk farms, I said, like, why do they call them milk farms? I figured because they drink a lot of milk there. Wrong. You know why? Because the women that go there look like a bunch of cows, that's why. Dumbo. You can imagine what goes to a milk farm, you know? Oh, yes, America, I went. I wasn't always this magnificent, this pure sex symbol. Oh, no. Hard to believe once I was a mess. Oh, yes. Yes, I was a mess. I was going out. I was single and with a guy named Rudy. His mother loved me. Loved me. Even though I was a pig, his mother loved me. She said our romance was like a fairy tale. She used to always say, here comes Rudy and the Beast. It was amazing. And that's all. That's it. What they do at the health farms, they starve you, you know? You pay them $500 a week for no food, which is a good deal for the owner, you know? The portions at dinner were so small, I used to cross my eyes, so I thought I was eating double. You know, you had to go... Now, that's not so funny, but you didn't have to throw up. Not that bad. Here comes a Betty. Here comes a better one. You ready? Because I'm going to do it all to you now. Okay. I used to exercise at the health farm. One time, I even lifted, hard to believe because I'm so slim and attractive. I'll work to them. One time, I lifted a 275 dumbbell. She was standing on my foot. That's why. The only trouble is, at a health farm, they give you so little to eat, there's nothing to do at night because dinner's over in 10 minutes, so all the women sit around and chew the fat, you know? And we decided there's only one thing, but most, you know what women take off at health farms? $500 off their income tax. $500, that expensive. And that's why they get the message now. When they say a health farm is good for growing things, a health farm is a growing business. You know what they're growing there? The owners are growing rich. Rich, and we are going to find out why, America. So tune in and you'll see. Health and milk. There are 4 major health spas, or milk farms, as I call them, in the United States, and one of them in the East is the Hamiltonian Spa, which is a health farm for women in Goshen, New York, and we have with us the director of it, Miss Irene Finn. Very nice to have you. And my next guest has gone through dry cleaning with me, gone through movers with me. She's a wonderful actress, a fine comedian. You know her from television, of course. Now she's starring in Broadway in a new play called My Daughter, Your Son, Miss Vivian Vance. Explain why they charge so much money for these places.
For the very, very expert services you receive there. Everyone that's employed at a, let's say, first class health spas are extremely professional in each capacity that what they're working on. And it goes back to, stems back to, you only get what you pay for. And if you want equality, you have to pay for quality. And basically, $500 or $550 for a 1-week stay really isn't that much after you begin to realize just what is involved in that 1 week.
Have you ever gone to one, Vivian?
No, I've never gone to one. I know. Don't say a word. I'll go. I'm going up to this one, as a matter of fact, if I ever get time.
It's supposed to be fantastic.
I know. I'd like to go. I've always thought I would go, but, I don't know. Do you really think I should, Joan?
No, not. I think for the rest, should I tell you, 2 things. They say the women don't wear any makeup because there are no men around, so what do I care? Someone's going to say, is that a dog? And 2, you don't get dressed.
Right.
You wear just robes and turbans. You have to have your hair done. I think a week of that with no man to go and worry about would be heaven.
Really? I'd hate it.
Do you
No,
dress
you
for
wouldn't.
women? Or for, no, you dress for men.
Well, a whole week without a man around. But,
Well, you can call out for food.
huh?
Get dressed.
You know, you said that in good professional have a cost so much because you pay for what you get. But actually, we pay for what you get. What's left there, isn't that true?
Yes,
What's that?
yes.
And I have to tell you we were in the dressing room one time. Lucy and I were sitting in the dressing room, and that wonderful Jean Arthur came in, and she was going to do a series, so Lucy said, you better take some weight off. So she went to a health farm, and she came in the dressing room, and I said, Jean, how much did they take off of you? And she said, $2,000.
Did she look better?
Absolutely marvelous. They did take
yes.
20 pounds off of her in 2 weeks. It was wonderful.
Well,
How
that
do
was
you
quite
do
a
it?
bit. That was quite a bit.
Exercise as well as starving?
No, we don't starve you, really. You know how people always use the expression, I gain weight because I eat too much? Well, you can lose weight just by eating a little bit less. See, that's the secret. They eat too much. And you can maintain a diet and still enjoy the food that you like to eat just by portioning the amount that you are eating of it.
And the nice thing is, like, at home, you know what I gain? You're making dinner, and you're in there, right? You're nibbling.
Well-
Then I feed the baby, and it's in her mouth and in my mouth. You know, this way, when they give it to you and you can't get more, that's why the very rich can stay thin, because someone serves them. You can just say, James, bring me a little, you know. And
I
don't-
do think, too, for my friends who've gone to health farms, they know how to fix the little bit of food you get. Very, very tasty. So that you like it. If you did that at home, you think, well, I have to have one slice of protein bread and so and so and so and so. But it's true.
But
You
here, a typical dinner, you would have a slice of prime ribs of beef, a half of a baked potato, your vegetables, a salad, and dessert.
Now, who gets the other half of that baked potato?
The other guest.
I would be very good friends with you.
What else do you do for the... What age group comes to you? That's
I'd
interesting.
say between 30 and 55.
Yeah. Because that's when you start to get a little crazy.
Crazy? No.
No, worried. Oh, yes.
Worried, yes.
Yes.
You do.
Next year, when I'm 30, I am really going to I'm really going to start to get... No, I have no intention of ever being 30. Why should I die old?
Right. I'm with you.
Why should a woman have to get older?
I'm 22.
Why not? No, men at 90 are still considered very
Right.
young, very attractive.
Right.
And sought after.
And so you see a 90-year-old guy bald with a cigar with an 18-year-old showgirl, nobody looks, you know? You see a 90-year-old woman bald with a cigar and a showboy, you'd look. Such a difference. Such a difference. So what do you do for someone? Say Vivian and I came up. What would you do to make us feel great?
First of all, your typical day would begin, let's start with that, with exercise. Each guest receives 3 exercise classes a day. One is physical, another one is with machines, and another is water exercises. Then you may leave the exercise room and go we have a beautiful glass enclosed pool with whirlpool baths built right into the swimming pool. You relax, you swim. You leave the swimming area, and we may send you down to the facial room, where you'll receive individual facials. They are prepared by the cosmetologist for your skin. You may have dry skin. There's a different method she would use for you than she would for the woman with an oily skin or a sensitive skin. Then we may give you a sun lamp treatment after that.
I'm tired.
Oh, no, this is completely relaxing. You have nice contour chairs that have vibrators in them, and you relax, and it has been so that most all the women will fall asleep while this is being done. Then you have your free time to read or walk or whatever you'd like to do, and then lunch. The afternoon.
It's all before lunch?
I just
Exercise
heard
and a facial.
Forget it. Wake me up after lunch and
You'll-
start.
After that, you'll have a sauna, and again, a bubble bath, and a most delightful massage. And
Is that great?
again, you will go to either the facial room for a little fresh up on your skin, and this is the beauty salon for the 100 strokes a day with your hair, scalp treatments. Your hands and feet will be cared for. A podiatrist comes in 1 day a week, takes care of your feet. We have a makeup man at night.
She's just in shock, Vivian.
I'm going. I quit the show. I'll quit right now. I'm going up to your place.
And that's just a general idea.
That's
There are
great.
many
It's
other
so
things.
can you? What if a woman like I am very lazy. I don't like to exercise. Will you tell me what you would do with me after the commercial? See how sneaky I get at this. We're back talking with Irene Finn, the director of the Hamiltonian Spa, and Vivian Vance. What do you use? Any special? Because your skin is very good. You said dry, but it looks
the
great.
cheapest thing, Joan, known in the drugstores. It used to be a prescription. It's called Nivea.
Oh, great.
I live in Nivea.
We use it all the time.
And they use it at these places
For our
too.
massages, we use it.
You know, one
what
of the things about your places, my friends who've come back, that's when their skin looks so beautiful and their hair looks so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The
that
100
because-
strokes got me, didn't that?
Yes.
The 100 strokes, and also I think not
And then
teasing and
right.
not spraying for a week.
Exactly. We try to keep you out of the dryers for the week. We won't set your hair during the week. It's only done on Saturday by our hairstylist before you leave.
Imagine not being under a dryer for
Right.
a week. That
And
alone
the
is worth the
scalp
500.
massages and the products that they use only the finest products available there for your hair. And so you're bound to get benefits out of a place like that. And as I said before, the professional women are really and truly to get away from the pressures of business or the housewife, from the children and the noise around the house. It's the greatest thing.
Oh, imagine a professional woman. Imagine a housewife who's been taking care of a lot of children getting that kind of pampering. That's another
Wake
thing.
up in the morning and somebody's there just to cater to you.
When you think of it, women are so much more sensitive in the areas of life than men are. That
Oh,
they're
yes.
constantly giving. So
Constantly.
at least once a year they should give to themselves.
Yes.
Really and truly.
Women are so, yes. She's just staring at me.
I'm just saying, yes, yes, yes.
Women, we are the most sensitive, underrated people. Everyone thinks, oh, yes,
I think
yes.
it's here.
Our housewife, the all-time dullest job in the world. You do it because you have to, but pooey.
But you're constantly wanting to help someone else. A friend is having difficulty or your husband's having difficulty. And once a year we owe it to ourselves to really have someone do something for us. And I think this is the reason, if for no other reason, women should take a week away, a year away, and go to a spa and
Be
pamper
pampered.
themselves from
be,
head
be
to
baby.
toe.
That's the thing. And
Really.
look pretty.
And look pretty,
But don't
right?
men come too?
No. Not
Didn't
at
they
all
have a
spas,
spa?
strictly for women.
Wasn't there a spa for men, though? Didn't they open
There
up?
is, yes, but evidently a man's business commitments are much too strenuous, and they just can't get away for any
Oh, they
periods
go
of time.
in Hollywood.
Do I-
Oh, the
Well, they may
Hollywood
take them
actors
by your
go.
day, but I knew of one in upstate New York that didn't do well simply because the men could only get away for a day. They can't get away for a week at
Well,
a
it's
time.
very hard for Eggie to
Right.
say, excuse me, it's time for my facial.
Right.
I think the average man, his idea of a good time is letting the beard grow with a bottle of, beer and it's, tied to his neck. What are some of these that you brought? Are these special creams or
Yes. Yes, this one is an avocado oil, and it's used for all types of skin. It's mixed with egg yolks.
what? So they just could you make that in your blender?
Yes.
Can you eat it?
But you would have to know the formula to blend it properly.
Avocado on the skin? That makes...
Yes. Avocado is full of protein, and your skin will absorb proteins. This is placenta, which many of our female ladies will be very familiar with. It's a placenta cream. It's extremely expensive, and I don't believe you can buy it on the market.
And what does that do for you?
It is for, again, nourishing the skin, and again for all types of skin.
And these are things that you put on the women all that week? And
Yes, well, of course, the skin
Oh, it
would
looks
be
so
analyzed on Monday and completely cleansed of any impurities that the skin
Very
may have.
thick cream.
And then they start out with treating the skin throughout the week.
This
What
is
is some
all
of-
for your face?
Mm-hmm.
Then when your women leave, do you send them this back? Like
No,
they go home
this
with
can't be purchased. This is made up, as I mentioned before, by the cosmetologist for the individual guest. And I was afraid they would sour.
20 years younger, that hair. Imagine
If you were to buy that, if you could buy that on the market, a small jar like this would cost you about $20.
Oh, what about you? They use things like, which I never heard of, which makes sense to me. You use a thing with strawberries,
Here it is, fresh strawberries.
fresh strawberries.
Now, the fresh strawberries are mixed with fresh sweet cream. And if you
To
wanted
eat or to put on your
we're
face?
having
your
our lunch
face.
in the beauty parlor,
Depending
Joan.
how many martinis you've had.
As you know, fruits and vegetables contain vitamins, and the vitamins are absorbed from the fruits into the skin.
would you put? I think if Edgar ever came home and found me with strawberries and cream on my face,
Well,
Look out.
I don't think you could make it yourself anyway.
you can make that yourself.
No. No, really.
if I
It has
would-
to. You could
you have to add
probably
extra.
play with it and
You could put
get a proper
strawberries.
balance of how much cream you would need and how much strawberry.
You could put it into your blender, cold cream and strawberries, and mix it up. It couldn't hurt you.
You know.
You mean that's really strawberries
Oh, yes.
and cream?
Oh, yes.
You mean
Uh-huh.
just cream?
Sweet cream that's been whipped, and
Oh, if I put
strawberries
that
and
on it,
mixed
it'd all go to my face would get
I
fat.
wouldn't put it on
No.
on you today. I'm afraid that I
No,
brought
but your
them
dog
down
will give you a lot of
yesterday.
kisses. I'll tell you that.
I brought them down
Smells
yesterday, and they
great.
should be kept in the refrigerator, and I'm afraid they soured. Maybe.
Oh, I wouldn't want
No.
sour.
No, I wouldn't put it on your face.
You know what's interesting? All these are going back to natural products,
Uh-huh.
which goes back like to the olden days when, like in old Mother Russia, when they would use, or the Egyptians, they would go out and they would take the things from nature and slap it all over them.
A hint for your viewing audience: take the, the membrane that's inside of an eggshell.
Mm-hmm.
That little piece of white skin.
Right. You take that before you're going out for an evening and rub it on the eyes, just below the eyes here where we have a tendency to get wrinkles. Leave it sit there for about 10 minutes, and you will see how the skin will absorb this and tighten up all that excess flesh that's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing because of the
And then what happens during the
calcium in
evening when it
egg.
starts to rain?
No. It
You
just
break.
It just no. It's you wash it off.
I
It
used
just
to be in
tightens the
summer
skin.
stock with an actress that did all this, and she also had. She used, you know what they do? You've seen them. They braid their hair in little braids, and they pull the braids up, and then they hold up the face, and then they put the wig over it. And one night she turned too fast, and the right braids dropped. And you say like, "Psst, Anne, fix the right face." It was so funny. She had to put the whole.
She could
scene
also
like
go
this.
bald from pulling them back so tight too.
Yes, but every woman is. But for once in a while, if you really want to look snappy and you're
Right,
aging, it doesn't
exactly.
hurt.
Now this may not look too pretty, but it's cucumber with Persian melon and yogurt. Now this particular one is for oily skin or a woman with large pores or excessive wrinkles,
Cucumber with yogurt.
and Persian melon.
And Persian melon is getting on you. What about the woman, you say excessive wrinkles? They have something at this spot. They iron your face.
Right.
I know,
Iron
Vivian, but
your
I never
face.
let you in on an easy show. They iron your face. Did you
Wanna
bring
see?
the... Yes.
This is plugged in, of course, and it becomes quite warm. And after you put on a very good nourishing cream, such as the placenta, and you've had facial manipulations, the cosmetologist will take this and run it over your face like so. And it makes the creams become more absorbed by the skin.
Now, if you ask for starch, could you have it?
Sure.
But isn't that the same principle with a hot washcloth?
Mhm. That's
I do
what
that. Isn't that funny? I put on two, and then you hear the opposite. Let me ask you something. I know, Irene, this isn't really your line. I heard that you put the hot on your face, and that brings all the blood up, and your face looks great. Then someone told me Tallulah Bankhead used to freeze her makeup. She kept everything in the refrigerator, ice cold, and before she put her makeup on, she put ice all over her face,
Right.
and that was good. So I go crazy. What do you
Well,
do?
no, the hot is to open the pores.
So let the cream in with the hot.
Right. But before you apply any makeup, anyone should always close the pores with either a nice astringent that has been chilled, or with ice, or with
I
just
use
good
ice.
cold
You
water.
use ice?
I use ice after I put my grease paint on. Then I use ice, and it makes it.
Sets the
It
makeup.
sets the makeup, and your makeup lasts much, much longer, and you don't get greasy.
Right. It also makes it look more natural and softer.
But you put on after the makeup, and I.
After the first, after the grease paint, then you put the ice on, and it's marvelous.
Yeah.
It lasts.
But before you apply your makeup, you should always make sure your pores,
Your
are,
pores are
closed
closed.
because you don't want the makeup to set into the skin.
All right, pores close. Here comes the makeup. We'll be back again after this commercial, so don't move for the second time. Hello, we're talking about fixing yourself up. I think any woman that doesn't take care of herself is an idiot because all men look at is looks. It's true. Don't give me
If
cooking
you
and
don't
cleaning.
take care of yourself, they'll look at someone else. So.
Yes. The best cook in the world died single, you know. Checked it out. She'd spent less time in the kitchen and more time up at your place. I'm telling you, she would have married. Tell me, have you had any failures, Irene?
You mean as far as someone not staying with the diet or something?
Oh, no, someone coming up there at the beginning of the week and looking like a mess and going out at the end of the
No,
week and looking like
never,
a mess.
Never. The expression that women use as they're leaving, that they feel as if they are now someone else. They have someone else's body, someone else's mind. You're not only physically rejuvenated, but you're mentally rejuvenated, completely relaxed from all the tensions, and you've forgotten everything. We prepare a schedule for you so that you don't have to worry about time at all. You just arrive, and there it is. And if you don't feel like taking your schedule, or if you don't feel like coming down for your meals, we serve them in your room. You always have breakfast in bed. You receive your morning newspaper and enough time to relax before you begin your day.
You know, I was thinking, like, there are only 4 great spas, and for a woman that doesn't live near one, you should go with a friend to a motel for a week, a woman, and just treat the 2 of you. You know, just lie around and put cream on your face and swim and enjoy yourself.
But your place is not quite as famous in the press, not quite as famous in the magazines.
We don't
And
advertise.
I think there are a lot of people in the East Coast who don't know that this place is this close.
That very well could be.
They read so much about the Dallas one, the ones about out in Palm Springs, those places, but they don't read much
We
about
have
the
many guests
Hambletonian.
that come over and over and over again, and they always refer the Hambletonian to their friends.
And that's how
therefore, we don't feel that we should advertise, because they'll find us if they're really looking for a place. And I think when you're spending that kind of money, you want to know someone that has been there and how good it is.
Yes.
And they always inquire from their friends.
You know, I think another thing, a woman's attitude. She must throw out the attitude that she doesn't deserve to spend this much money, because it's the greatest money you can possibly spend is on yourself and to make you look better.
You feel
That's
better.
True. That's
you
true.
act better, and your husband's
husband
happier,
feels
right?
better
And he's
when he
proud
greets
to
you.
walk out with you.
And he kisses you when he gets the bill.
Telling me. Well, sort of. I want to thank again from the Hamiltonian Spa.
Thank you.
Vivian Vance, the star of My Daughter, Your Son.